up, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. We're coming at you with another episode of Designated Twitter. And we have a jam-packed show for you today. Lots going on in Dodgerland. Freddie Freeman firing his agent. What do we make of that? Freddie's emotions in Atlanta. We got your takes, the staff's takes. We're going to get into that in just a second. But quick reminder, for all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, interviews, and more all season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if you really want to support the channel, smash that like button. Also, we want all your takes on today's topic down below. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So the big topic in Dodgerland right now has to do with Freddie Freeman, the emotions that he showed back in his return to Atlanta. You saw him crying about his former team. You saw him emotional all week. I told you on the post-game show, maybe the Dodgers were going to have to put him on the 60-day IL with a broken heart. It was a heavy heart for Freddie Freeman in his return to Atlanta. And today, Buster Only, he tweeted out earlier, sources, Freddie Freeman, who has told friends he's angry with how his free agent negotiations played out, is changing representation away from Excel. He is currently listed as being self-represented. Now, after that tweet dropped, you had a lot of people around Dodgers Nation freaking out. What does this mean about Freddie Freeman? Is he unhappy to be a Dodger? In my opinion, I do think it was a little over the top at times when the media continued to play that crying video again and again and again. They made it seem like he had done it multiple times. Like, if I have to see that video of Freddie Freeman crying again, I'm going to cry myself because I'm sick of seeing it. But that wasn't Freddie's fault. That was the media's fault for continuing to play it. They did it Saturday. They did it during the Sunday broadcast, and I think that made matters worse. Then you saw Kershaw's comment about not having the Dodgers playing second fiddle to Freddie Freeman. I think that resonated with Freddie, and it made him want to have to make a statement. He did that a few seconds ago. He told reporters in Colorado, there needs to be closure. It's time. I'm a Dodger for the next 6 years, and that's where my focus lies. I'm happy to be a Dodger. So really, my only complaint with the whole Freddie Freeman situation was that after he talks about how much he missed his former team, how much things went wrong in Atlanta, that he didn't say that he was happy to be a Dodger and this opportunity to sign with this franchise that really is unmatched. When we talk about their tradition, the Dodgers, they're in a class all by themselves, in my opinion, when you talk about being a World Series contender each and every year. So you don't want to have the Dodgers be some plan B, some backup plan. Look, Freddie Freeman had a bad breakup, but he went with the supermodel after that breakup. So he can be happy about that. And it's nice to see him talk about some closure because that's what he needs to do. Look, it's a bad breakup. He needs the closure. And we saw earlier in the year saying he didn't want that closure with the Braves, but now it's clear that he wants that closure. Look, it's like when you get in a bad breakup, you got to unfollow your ex. Unfollow her on Instagram, unfollow her on Twitter, any social media. You need a clean break, and that's what Freddie Freeman needs. But ask the staff here that question as well. Is it something, nothing, or everything with Freddie Freeman firing his agent and basically representing himself at this point? And here were some of their takes.
I think it's a whole lot of nothing. Once again, it's just somebody making something out of something that's not real. I mean, agent needs to do his job. If he's not doing his job, fire him. Move on. It is what it is.
It's a combination of all of it. Clearly going back home to Atlanta sparked some feelings for the man. And you know what? We watched this past offseason, the way things unfolded with Freddie Freeman's free agency. Everything was kind of even more jacked up with the lockout, prolonging it, all of the media talking about it. It festered up, and I think there was a massive disconnect between his agency, himself, and the Braves, and there was probably a middleman agency that didn't say something. Agency got to go. Somebody's got to take the fall. So it's something, but it's also nothing. Let the man play first base in Dodger blue. He'll be happy.
I think it's a combination of both. It's a little something, a little nothing. I feel like there are definitely some feelings there still in Atlanta. So, yeah.
So those were some of their takes, but let's get into some of your takes over on Twitter. Richie Espinoza, he tweeted out, he produces, don't care. And that's what I've been saying as well. If he's balling, I'm okay as long as he's balling. He's been doing just that. He's played at an all-star level this year. He just won NL Player of the Week, so he continues to perform perform on the field. Yes, he had some rough at-bats against the Braves, but you also saw him come through in extra innings. So it's not like he's not an all-star player, so that's a great point. And then Dan Finnegan, he tweeted, clearly when he was there last week, he heard from Atlanta GM the games his agent was playing that led to the Braves changing direction to Matt Olson, and Freddie believed them. To me, I kind of push back on that a little bit. Look, the Braves offered him 5 years, $135 million. Yes, they didn't meet his asking price, but look, if Freddie Freeman wanted to be back with the Atlanta Braves, take a little less money, give them a hometown discount, he could have been a Brave. Look, I have you Braves fans flooding my mentions saying that he's Freddie Freeman when he signed that deal with the Dodgers. So he could have theoretically gone back to Atlanta.
I just think it was the nature of how it all went down. If you remember, when the Braves made the move for Matt Olson, Freddie Freeman said he was blindsided by that. So maybe he was considering taking a hometown discount, but Freddie Freeman was after that 6th year, and the Braves weren't willing to give him that 6th year, and the Dodgers were. Look, give this Dodgers organization a lot of credit. They were at Mookie Betts' wedding right before the lockout began, and they left the Nelly performance to FaceTime Freddie Freeman, Andrew Friedman, and Justin Turner to say, hey, keep the Dodgers in your thoughts during this lockout. So maybe the lockout, the long layoff, that impacted negotiations with the Braves and Freddie Freeman. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't have hurt for Freddie Freeman to say, hey, yes, what happened in Atlanta happened in Atlanta, but things happen for a reason, and I'm more than happy to be with this Dodgers organization. It's an absolute honor to come home and wear the blue and play for a perennial contender, but Freddie didn't do that enough in Atlanta, in my opinion. Then you also, I think, just have to accept the fact, if you're Freddie Freeman, that the Braves didn't want you as much as you wanted the Braves. And yes, you can have your agent fall on the sword. Yes, you can blame your agent and you can fire him, but at the end of the day, if Atlanta wanted Freddie Freeman, they could have locked him up. They could have offered him the 6 years, $162 million that the Dodgers did, but they didn't. They pivoted to a Matt Olson deal. Maybe they thought that, hey, you don't give that much money to a 32-year-old first baseman, and we think that Olson is entering the prime of his career, and that's a better option for us. So I don't think Freddie Freeman really has come to terms with that yet, and I don't know what finally led to Freddie Freeman making a statement that included the Dodgers, but it's nice that he did. It's nice that he said that him and Clayton Kershaw are cool at this point, because everyone needs to move on, and it's time to focus on winning ball games.
Jarvis Tab, he tweeted, the fired agent gave him 160 million reasons to get over himself and just play ball. Cut this emotional nonsense out and move on. Look, wipe those tears with them Benjamins, right? You have all that money after that big deal, so that's a great point. Playing with a great organization, getting paid very well. And then Jesus Cortez, he tweeted, if I were his teammate, I would ask, are you a Brave? Who is a Dodger? Are you a Dodger? Who was a Brave? That's a fair point as well. And I think, look, he had a lot of history there, right? 15 years in that organization, 12 years at the big league level, a World Series championship, an MVP, a multi-time All-Star, a Gold Glove. He started his family in the ATL. So, look, it's tough to think that he's not going to show any emotion, but yeah, I think I agree with you. I want to see him start to bleed blue, bleed that Dodger blue, and embrace it. But let us know down below in the comments section, what do you guys think? Is it something, nothing, or everything? The fact that Freddie Freeman fired his agent, and also, what are your thoughts on all the emotions? What are your thoughts on Clayton Kershaw's statement, on Freddie Freeman's statement that he made today? Let us know down below. But let me know down below in the comments section. We want all your thoughts on Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman and everything that's been going on with him crying, him having those emotions in his return to Atlanta. To me, look, he had a great time with the Braves, but he needs to be brave, and he needs to close that door and that chapter, and he's a Dodger now, the superior franchise. Look, the Braves are a regional team. The Dodgers are an international team. The Dodgers are special, and it's a privilege to throw on that white, wedding gown white Dodgers uniform. But I want all your thoughts down below. Do you think the Freddie Freeman emotions and him firing his agent, is that something, nothing, or everything? My name is D-Mac. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For our latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, interviews, breakdowns, and more all season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.